Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and this is Alltingzkay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me on another video. So in this video guys, I want to throw together a holiday festive look using some of the recent products that I picked up lately and added to my makeup collection. Some of these products I've already used, but a lot of them it will be my first time using them on camera with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing what look I come up with, stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in. Let me tell you what I've done so far. I've already done my brows, which you guys saw in the intro. Right now they are cousins, not even sisters, because they're not doing what I want them to do. But this is where we are. And then I primed my eyelid. I used the Urban Decay primer potion. This is the anti-aging one first. Rub that on my lid, and then because my lids have discoloration, I go in and prime with a concealer. I'm using the Matte Velvet Skin from Makeup Forever, and then I just set it down with a loose translucent powder, which I didn't blend it out properly there, just so that there is no creasing happening. Now there's two palettes that I want to dip into today. The first one is going to be the Pretty Grunge palette by Huda Beauty. This is what it looks like. And the second one is by Pat McGrath, and this is part of the Bijoux Brilliance collection, and this one is in Lunar Nightshade, and that's what that looks like. So I really want to play with these colors right here in this look, and I'm probably going to take some of the mattes from the Huda Beauty palette and start the look. So let's jump into the Huda Beauty palette first, and I think I'm going to start with the shade do I want to do a cool tone look? I think I want to do a cooler tone look. So I may start over here maybe. And that shade is called Fearless. I'm going to go in with a Sonia G. This is the Worker 2 brush into that shade Fearless. And slowly build it up in the outer V. Just like that. So what are you guys up to for the holidays? Let me know in the comment section. For Christmas, I am cooking Christmas dinner. I usually cook Christmas dinner, but my husband's best friend's family's coming over, and he's a really good cook too, so he's cooking some of the dishes. And we're gonna have the regular turkey and ham, but then we're gonna have our Jamaican food like oxtail and curry goat and stuff like that too. And my parents and my brother and my girls are gonna be here. I'm gonna have a good amount of people in the house on Christmas Day, which I'm looking forward to. So that's how that shade is looking. I'm just gonna blend it out. I'm gonna go into Lunar Nightshade, and I'm gonna take this plum color on a Refer 14. And I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna bring it in here on the inner portion of the lid there. I do want a very deep, sultry look. Let me zoom in a little bit more. There we go. And I'm just kind of going a little bit over my crease here because I really want that color to show up when my eyes are open. So I'm just going in the crease and a little bit above the crease. And I'm using a smaller blending brush because I really want to be more precise in here. Just like that. And then I'm just buffing it above. Now I'm going to go back with the Sonia G Worker 2. I'm going to clean it off here and just blend everything out here. Now I want to build up some more depth on the outer corner of my eye here. So I'm going to go into the black in the Huda Beauty palette. This is called Renegade. And I'm going to use my Sonia G Mini Booster. So that is what I have going on for Christmas. And for New Year's, I will be going to one of my closest friends' house, and she's having a New Year's Eve party. So we will be there. What are you guys up to? Again, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are celebrating for the holidays. If you're celebrating Christmas or something else, let me know. But I definitely am looking forward to the celebrations. Now I'm just blending back and forth here just to blend out that black. I'm going to go into the shimmers in the Pat McGrath palette, the Lunar Nightshade, and I'm going to use these two shimmers here. And I think I'm going to go in with the Pat McGrath Artistry wand and just put that down here. I'm going to do one eye at a time with this wand. I'm going to take a MAC 239 and go into the deepest shade first. Bring it into that plum shade. I really want it to blend in as much as I can with that plum shade. Just like that. Oh, this color is beautiful. That's what we have. Now we're going to go into the lighter turquoise shade here. Do these have names? I think it's Neptune Orchid, this one here. And the one that I used before was Noir Nebula, which is that shade there. We're going to use the 239 brush. I'm just going to flip it over, take that shade and build it up on the inner corner. Now I'm going to blend those two shades out with a little bit more of the plum shade, which is Midnight Iris. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think. If I'm reading that correctly. It's usually flipped on the back, right? So I think that's what this shade is. There we go. Because I really want to see that plum shade. Now I'm going to go back in that Huda Beauty palette and go into the black shade Renegade again and just deepen up out here and blend those two shades together as much as possible. And just lightly tapping into that black shade. Then going back into that first shade, Fearless, and gonna use that to blend out the black. There we go. Now I want a shade to lighten up the inner portion here, and I'm going in between this shade here, Maverick. Come on, focus. This shade here, Maverick, or do I want to use the shade here, Pale Amethyst? I think I'm going to go with Pale Amethyst. So that's what we're working with so far. I am going to come off camera, put some liner and lashes on, and then we'll be back to do the rest of the face. These are the Sephora Essential False Lashes in the style Daring. This is what the box looks like. And these are long and dramatic, but they're more airy. They're not as clustered. And I feel like this, with this look, I am loving it. So I did another thing off camera with the inner corner. I did go in with the lightest shade in this palette, which is this one here. And I put that directly in the inner part of my eye there and then blended it out because I felt like it wasn't as bright as I wanted it to be with just the shade Pale Amethyst, which is this shade here. I wanted it a lot brighter. So that is the completed eye look so far. So let's move on to the face. I do want to try this. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm Powder, which I see some people use this as a primer. I don't even know how I'm supposed to put this on. Am I supposed to put this on with my hand? Is that what I'm supposed to do? That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. And just kind of blend it in, especially around the pore area. See how that works? And on my fine lines. I'm just gonna take a brush and like kind of press it in. I don't know. Do I see any blurring? I don't know. Anyhow, the next product that I want to try, which is new to me, is this Tom Ford foundation. This is the Traceless Foundation Stick, and I have mine in 9.5 Warm Almond. This is the component here. And then I guess you just twist. Yeah, you just twist it up there. So let's see, I'm just gonna go directly on my skin. This looks a little warm. Is that enough? I'm hoping that's enough. And then I'm just gonna blend it in. I've heard a lot of good things about this foundation. A lot of people rave about it, and since it's been on sale for the longest time for 50% off, a lot of people are worried that they're going to discontinue it or change the formula. So the shade looks a little warm on me, but I think the shade up from this would have been too light. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know if you guys can pick it up. It looks a little bit on the orange side. I'm gonna just do this and bring it down my neck, try and blend it in a bit more. This is very, very light coverage. That's light coverage right there. Is it supposed to be light coverage? Let me look it up. Okay, so I'm on the Sephora app and it says it's designed to deliver sheer, medium, or full coverage. Traceless foundation stick creates a flawless and smooth finish for all day wear. So it's medium coverage, natural finish. So I'm gonna go in with another layer. I was looking at the shades. It's still on sale, and the shade before that is 8.2. I think is the one before 9.5. So 8.2 is Warm Honey, which is dark with red undertones, so that wouldn't work. And then 9.5 is what I got, Warm Almond, dark with warm golden undertones. And after that is 9.7, Cool Dust, dark, deep, cool undertones, so no. So this is the closest shade, or the best shade match for me, but it's not an exact match. So we are gonna build up this coverage, because your girl likes a full beat. I can do medium, but sheer, I ain't got time for that. But it's good to know that you can use this as a sheer coverage foundation. So let's blend this in. Have you guys tried this foundation, especially now that it's on sale? And do you like it? Let me know in the comment section. Oh yeah, this is definitely, you know what? This will be a great shade for me in the summertime, because when I get a tan, I'm definitely more warm like this. But this right now, ooh, concealer is gonna have to help me out, help a sister out. All right, so this is what we have so far. As you can see, So let's go in with concealer next. The two concealers that I picked up lately to add to my collection were the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, and I picked that one up in Peanut Butter 6.7R, and then the Haus Labs Concealer, which is 34 Medium Golden. So I will swatch the Huda so you can see the color. The Huda is really close to my complexion now. And then the Haus Labs is more like a highlighting concealer. So I'm gonna go with the Haus Labs. I just wanted to show you guys the color just in case you were looking for a reference. So this is the Huda Beauty, and this is in Peanut Butter, and then this is the Haus Labs in 34 Medium Golden. I'm gonna go in with the Haus Labs because it is a highlighting shade on me right now, especially with this darker with this darker foundation. So this is how the Haus Labs blends out. It really blends out nicely. So the Haus Labs concealer is definitely a medium coverage concealer, and it says it's a natural finish. It is creasing a bit, but I don't deduct points for that because all concealers crease under my eyes because I have a lot of fine lines under there. That's what we're looking like. Not bad. It actually looks really, really nice. I really like that. Now, before I go in and set under my eyes, I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. This is not new, but I think it's the newest cream bronzer to my collection. I've had it for a couple months now. I've used it a few times, so I'm going to go in with that. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer. And did I say the shade? I have it in shade Tan 3. Now, even though it's a bronzer, I'm using it kind of like a contour shade. And just really carving out the chin here. Now I'm gonna go into the same cream bronzer with this Morphe E62, this angled brush here, to carve out my nose. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just blend everything out here. For powder, I'm gonna go in with my Givenchy Prism Libre. This is in number 5. And this is the 4-color powder. I'm just gonna tap some off in the lid. I'm gonna use the Sephora Powder Puff. I picked this up at the Sephora VIB sale. I'm gonna even out some of that powder on the back of my hand. Then make sure there's no creasing under here. And then set under the eyes. I want to go in with a powder bronzer, and I'm going to go into my Ambient Lighting Edit Unlock palette. This is the custom palette, so I got the leopard packaging with palette number 3 on the inside, which is the darkest one, and I'm going to use this shade here as my bronzer, I think. Is that what I'm going to do? No. I am not going to use that as my bronzer. I am going to go in with the Pat McGrath bronzer. I got this a while back, and I think I've only used it once. So I'm going to go in with the Pat McGrath bronzer. I have it in the shade Bronze Divinity. Now, I feel like I could have went a shade darker, and I think maybe in the summertime I will need a darker shade than this shade here. But I do like the formula of it when I did wear it that time. Just gonna bring it down the side of my nose here. And then I'm gonna go in and set my face with a powder. And I'm just gonna use this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet powder, the original one before they reformulated it. I haven't tried that one because I have these and I might as well just use them. This powder just makes my face look so airbrushed. And I'm gonna go back into my Hourglass palette and go into the deep shade here, which is a bronzer in Solar Bronze. It has a little bit of shimmer, so I'm just gonna add some of that back here, just to add a little bit of shimmer to my face here. Yes, that's what I want. All right, I'm gonna go off camera, finish the lower part of my eyes, and then I will be back to finish the face. All right, guys, so the eyes are completed. I went really smoky on the lower lash line. I did use my Charlotte Tilbury liner. I use this dark shade here, the matte side. This is in, what is this shade? Super Matte Blue. It's like a deep navy blue in the lower lash line just to give it a pop. And then I went in with the two shades that I used out of the Huda Beauty palette, the Black Renegade, and then I blended it out with this shade here, which is Fearless, on the lower lash line. And then I added a little bit of sparkle from the Pat McGrath palette, which is this shade right here, Pale Amethyst. And that's the completed eye look. Added some lower lash line mascara, and I brought all the smoke. This to me is a holiday party look. I'm loving the eyes. So let's move on to the rest of the face. All right, guys, so now here comes the problem, because I have so much cheap palettes and products and I want to use them all. So I have this Danessa Myricks blush that I wanted to test out with you guys. This is in the shade It Girl, but I think this might be a little too much for this look. But I do want a cool tone blush, and it's kind of like a cool tone pink. It's not that warm, I don't think. So maybe, oh, you know what? I have the Giorgio Armani. Oh, here it is. I have the Giorgio Armani blush, and this is in the shade 51 Amore. And this is what that blush looks like. But then I also have the NARS palette. This is the All That Glitters palette, and I love this so much. I've been using this. Maybe this shade here, or this one. You know what? I'm gonna start off with the Armani blush first, because it's a cool tone pink. So I'm gonna start with that, and then we'll see where we go. I might add something else. That's the Armani blush. It's almost borderline ashy. Is it just me? Like, it looks good in the mirror, but then when I look in the camera, what do you guys think? I really like it. Really, really like it. Now, I think I'm gonna add something from the All That Glitters palette. Maybe I'll add this shade here. Just mix the two blush colors together and see what we come up with. And it has like that baked gelée formula, so it gives a little shine. I can use it like a blush topper, so it adds a glow to the skin. Now I'm adding this pink shade here, just on top. Woohoo! That is really cool toned. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Now I'm gonna go back in with my powder brush here and just kind of tone it down. So there we are. Oh, look at the cheek. Okay, so I am loving the way everything is coming, and with everything put together, the foundation doesn't look too bad anymore. But what do you guys think? So for the highlight, I'm still gonna go into the NARS palette. I'm gonna use this shade right here. Just put a little something something on the top part here. Just a little. Do you see that light that it brings to the face? Oh, I'm somebody, I don't know when I'm ever gonna get over highlighter. I know a lot of people are over highlighter, but she is not, okay? Look at that. Yes. Now for the lips, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner, and this is in the shade Chai. I'm going to line my lips with that. I am going to use the YSL Candy Glaze in the number 13. So the Rouge Volupté Candy Glaze, and number 13 is called Flashing Rose. Oh, so stunning. Oh, this formula. Oh, look at that. Just a little hint of pink. Ooh. Yes. Yes. Yes, I need more of these. Immediately. I need more of these. This is how I like my lips to look. Plump, juicy, stunning. Okay, so this is the completed look. So I am going to go and fix my hair and everything, pull myself together, and then we'll come back and wrap up this holiday glam. Okay guys, so this is the final look, and I'm in love with it. Oh, the eyes, these two palettes together are stunning. I love the depth that the Huda Beauty palette gave this look, and I don't think I would have got this depth without adding that black and this shade here with just the Pat McGrath palette. So I definitely love using this palette on its own, and I love using it as a companion palette, especially for a lot of the blending shades, and definitely for that black, because that black is everything. And the Pat McGrath palette, oh, I just love Pat McGrath. I feel like holiday parties, anything, it's time for Pat McGrath. I love every shade in this palette. I have every shade on my eyes with this palette, and I love it. I'm so excited. I just love makeup. I love makeup, and I love when things come together. Now for the Tom Ford foundation, the shade, I think this is going to be the best shade for me. I'm just going to have to make it work, but the two of these together, these babies together, the Pat McGrath, the Tom Ford foundation, and then the Makeup Forever powder on top, my skin looks flawless. My daughter walked in the room and she's like, what foundation is that? Your skin is flawless. And I had to tell her it's these two together because, and I have to give some credit to the Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm Powder. I think it's helping this whole look. Now, one thing I notice about the foundation is it is creasing in my laugh lines, but I'm always laughing and smiling, so I'm used to that. But it's not creasing in my forehead lines, which is a plus. I love that. So this whole combination right here looks so good. And let's not forget the concealer. This Haus Labs concealer, I'm seeing a lot of people really like it and really rave about it. The trick is not to use too much of this because it looks beautiful under the eyes. Is it creasing? No, because I set it with my Givenchy powder, which is also blurring. So I think everything together that I've tried together is working well. This combo might be the combo I wear on New Year's Eve because, hey, look, the skin is skinning. The foundation is laying well. Like everything is playing nicely together. Now for the rest of the face, the Pat McGrath bronzer, I like it. It's a nice bronzer. I have to use it some more. I don't know if it's going to be one of the bronzers that stand out to me. Like my Victoria Beckham bronzer is like one of my favorite bronzers. The Dior bronzer, one of my favorite bronzers. So I got to try this a bit more to see if it stands out to me. Now for the cheeks, man, I had so much stuff to put on the cheeks. I cannot wait to play in more makeup so I can use these cheek products, because these two palettes of the year. Palettes of the year. Since I got them, I have not put them down. I love them. The Hourglass palette. This is my third one. I like this one better than last year's, what was it, Tiger? I like this one better than last year's Tiger palette. I love every shade in here. I've used every shade in here. It's just a beautiful palette. Definitely highly recommend. And then the NARS. I have the NARS, what's the one from last year, Afterglow? Love that one. And then this is the All That Glitters. I love the Baked Gelée formula in here. I've used every single shade in here and I love them. This red blush with a neutral eye, oh, stunning. And these two, I use these two as highlighters. I don't know if this pink one here is supposed to be a highlighter, but it's a highlighter, like a blush topper on my skin. That's what's giving that glow. You see that glow? That's what's giving most of that glow. And then I topped it off with that one. Love this palette. It's not emphasizing any texture on my skin. Oh. For the Givenchy, is Givenchy? Yeah, Givenchy blush. If you're any darker than me, this shade won't work because I like the way it looks on me, but I feel like if it's in the summertime, I can't wear this. This is gonna be ash on me. It's borderline, but because I wanted a more cool tone cheek, this works. So if you're any darker than me, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. It is borderline with my complexion now, and this is probably, I might get a little bit lighter in the dead of winter, like in February, but this is a nice formula. I love the way it feels on the skin. It doesn't emphasize any pores. Love it. And for the lips, is that everything? Talked about all the bronzers and stuff. The cream bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury is one that I really like, but that's not really one of the newer stuff in my collection. Yeah, so the last newest thing in my collection is this lip glaze, and it speaks for itself. Look how shiny and juicy and plump my lips are. I just love this makeup look. What do you guys think? Do you think this is holiday? Oh, and check out these earrings. Let me come in closer. Look, they're champagne glasses. Aren't those with bubbly? They put like, I think those are like little pearl type things, and it's supposed to represent bubbles. Ah, I love those earrings. Perfect for the holidays. So excited for this look. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like this holiday look. Let me know what you guys are going to be doing for the holidays. Let me know what palettes you have picked out for the holidays, whether it's Christmas or New Year's. Please, let's have a discussion in the comment section. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell to be notified at my next video. And until next time, bye guys.